welcome back to Taking a Page on Reiki, and we are on episode 9 today, which it is still blowing my mind about how far we have come. It feels like just yesterday that I was discussing with Henry about joining Love and Science, and here we are on episode 9, and yeah, I'm literally speechless right now, and I'm not sure what else to say, but I want to say thank you so much for sticking with me throughout all these episodes, and thank you for for listening to me rambling about Reiki. I have a lot of passion about Reiki and energy work, and I can go on this for hours on end. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening, for tuning in and watch all this video. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And of course, thank you Betsy and Henry for for sharing this platform with me, with all of us, and allowing us to being in this community. This is a beautiful community, and I'm so grateful for everyone here. So yeah, that's okay, let's go into today's episode. I'm not really good with all these mushy feeling things, so yeah, let's get into the episode, the topic itself. So yes, today we are actually going to talk about how to improve your energy sensitivity, as the title suggests. Okay, so energy sensitivity, I do mean, okay, this can be helpful for any energy practitioner, regardless if you are practicing Reiki or any other form of energy work, or if you're practicing tarot, or even like Akashic records, psychic healing, any form of other healing, or anything that involves you to get in touch with your intuition, with your energy sensitivity. I hope this video would be able to bring some new insight, some new perspective to the way that you're practicing, and maybe it can even improve your your practices. I hope so. So yeah, I have to say, this the title of how to improve your energy sensitivity itself is a very common question that I get from not just my students, but also those who I interacted with, and also from my clients, some of my clients who are actually practicing energy work themselves. This is a very common question that I got from everyone. There is a very common doubts, hey, I can't really feel energy the way that you do. I can't really see energy the way that you do. A lot of people will compare to me, myself, or some of my other friends who are good at interpreting energy in their ways. Okay, everyone just there is this comparison. I can't match up to what you do, so what am I doing wrong? Okay, I totally understand that feeling itself, because I have been there. When I first started with my energy or healing journey, I started with tarot reading like everyone, and there were times, okay, the first 6 months of 6 months of practicing tarot, 6 months of practicing Reiki, that whole first year itself, okay, I was so plagued by self-doubts and inferiority, because I don't feel like I match up to any of those amazing people who are doing this year, who has been doing this work for years. Okay, yeah, that that self-doubts can very easily put someone down, and it can very easily put someone out of this work itself. Okay, and if you are one of them who have been struggling with with energy sensitivity, with not being able to feel energy, okay, I have to tell you that, hey, you are not less than any amazing practitioner out there. Okay, you are not you're not enough. Okay, because it takes time, it takes practice, it takes that that time for our body to really get used to sensing and working with energy, and we have to figure out our own little ways to connect with the energy itself. It's not that there's not one size fit all ways for everyone to just connect with energy. Okay, of course there are some little tips that everyone can, you know, take, and it will help, you know, but there is no one size fit all. No one can sense energy the same way that the next person can. Like my gift, okay, I feel that I am best at, you know, clairsentience, like I be able to feel energy the best. And the next is I be able to see energy, and then I can hear energy. Okay, so you might not have the same set of gifts that I have. So brief comment I would like to add here is that yeah, everyone would have their different sets of gifts, but all of us do have all of our clairsenses, because it's all come with our body. Okay, our body come with feelings, our body come with sight, hearing, taste, smell, and of course we get to know things. Okay, so everyone do have all the 6 clairsenses, but it is depends on individual. What are we used to that we be able to grasp a certain senses quicker than the others. Okay, and yeah, I just want to add this here in case like this cause any misunderstanding, like you think that I am referring that everyone only have a certain set of clairsenses. No, we all have all 6 of them. It depends on you, on the individual, on which one is more active, which one is more sensitive than the others. I hope this is helpful. You might be able to see energy stronger, or maybe even taste, you know, or you know, the 6 senses. Okay, or maybe you just know energy. So everyone kind of like have their own niche, and everyone works slightly different than the other. That's make each and every one of us unique. That makes each and every one of us like different and better at different job than the others. So yes, I want to say like, yeah, like the first whole year, okay, when I was like practicing tarot, I couldn't really trust my intuition. I always think that I am imagining things. I always think that, hey, I'm making this up. Okay, and then when I start with Reiki, the first 6 months as well, I keep on searching for sign that Reiki is actually working for me, but I couldn't see a sign. Like, you know, all the Reiki practitioners that I interacted with, they told me that, hey, when you close your eyes, you'll be able to see colors, like energy in the form of colors, and then you can interpret those colors for yourself. During the first few months, I couldn't see anything, or when I see something, I would doubt myself with like, what if I imagine this? Okay, and of course, there is also another very common common claim, okay, that when you're using Reiki, your palms, your hands will get heat up. Okay, I personally had, or you know, my whole life, up to my hands actually warm up, but yeah, my whole life, my hands are pretty much cold most of the time. Okay, I do not know what is you know, what is the issue for that, but yeah, my hands remain cold for most of my life. And yeah, it was about 6 months after I practiced Reiki that I finally feel my hands, my palms warm up when I activated Reiki. Okay, so imagine me back then. Okay, I was, you know, new on the craft, kind of like with self-doubt, really not sure, like, you know, whether I'm cut out to do this work. And yeah, like I would have to say, if it's not for my not for the advice from my Reiki sensei back then, I might have actually given up on Reiki and you know, never you know, practice it at all. But you know, one of the advice that my teacher actually gave me before I, you know, departed from, you know, the lesson itself, she actually told me that, hey, even if you don't feel energy is working for you, energy is always working, but they are working on the very subtle ways, and you might not be able to feel or sense it right away. That advice stuck with me, and that advice actually encouraged me to, you know, to continue practicing. Even though that 6 months I did not feel any energy when I'm giving myself Reiki on a daily basis, when I'm doing Hatsureiko on a daily basis. So yeah, like that was my story. You know, we all have been through, I think most of us at least have been through that kind of like self-doubts, that journey of, you know, wondering if you're good enough to practice the craft that you are practicing. But if you feel that, you know, that is a craft that you want to use, it is something that you want to do, keep on going at it. Like, don't give up, okay? If the way that you have been practicing is not working for you, maybe try another way. Like, sending yourself Reiki is not working for you, maybe ask your friend to try it out with you. Okay, like try giving your Reiki to your friends, or maybe giving Reiki to, let's say, your pets, your plants, and to, you know, to allow all this to allow those people around us to give us that reassurance, because you will see the result on others better than you see the result for yourself sometimes as well. So yeah, that is kind of like my tips number one. If what you're doing is not working, try to change it up. Okay, for me, one of the very reassuring time for me was when I gave Reiki healing to my mom, because she was struggling with insomnia. She still does sometimes, and yeah, like she was like struggling with insomnia, and she was like very frustrated. And I was like, hey, I know Reiki, so why not, you know, I give you some Reiki and maybe it helps you to sleep. And that night I just gave her Reiki. Like, that was the first time I gave Reiki to anyone. Okay, and that was like 6 months. Like, I have been practicing on myself and I didn't see much of a result, and I gave Reiki to her that night, and it was just about 5 minutes of me giving Reiki to her on you know, like I did the 13th hand position. I was like just within the field position. Okay, she fell asleep, she was snoring. I was like, whoa, I did not expect that, you know. And yeah, this is why I say, like, sometimes you might want to change up the way that you practice a little. Sometimes you might want to practice on someone else and see whether you know, you will see the result, because Reiki is that miraculous. So sometimes working with another person, you will see the result stronger, or you know, the evidence, you have the evidence, stronger evidence to prove to you that, hey, it is actually working. But maybe you don't feel that way when you are practicing with yourself. So that is that. Of course, I also like to say that if you have been struggling with connecting with energy, or reading energy, or you know, interpreting energy, because yes, I do have a lot of clients and friends, or even like students who come to me like, hey, you can interpret energy very well, like, you know, like I can see things and I can like tell that, hey, this is about that. Okay, okay, I will have to say, if you want to improve your energy sensitivity that way, first thing, you have to connect with your body. Okay, so yes, let's look at it this way. Okay, I have a notes here, so I'm going to check out over here times 2 times. I hope that you understand. But yes, look at it this way. Okay, connecting with your body. Why your body is important? Because, hey, your body is the channel for you to sense energy. You know, all the clair senses, the 6 clair senses that we all have and that has been circulating about our clairvoyance, which is like seeing energy or sight. Okay, clairaudience is hearing, clairsentience, feeling. Okay, you can feel it on your skin, you can feel it like in your heart, in your chest. There is clairgustance, which is like your taste. There is clairalience, your smell, and claircognizance. This is the basic 6 clair senses that everyone would have. Okay, yes, apart from claircognizance, okay, the 5 other clair senses we have are actually an extension of our bodily senses. Okay, so our clair senses essentially is built in to our physical body. So yeah, like, hence that, you know, the more or the stronger your connection is with your body, it makes sense that you would be able to tap into all these senses on a grander scale, to be able to interpret all these all these senses, what it picks up on like a better, or with a greater understanding. Okay, because your body is always trying to tell you a story. So yes, I always like to compare our physical body to a child. Okay, in order for one to actually know your child, if you are a parent, if you ever worked with a child before, you would know. Okay, in order for one to connect with their child, okay, one has to first communicate with their child, okay, to make room for the child to communicate back to them. Okay, so this is the same, like I compare body as a child. Like body is the same. Body, in order for your body to tell you what it knows, what it senses, okay, you have to give room to your body to talk to you, to communicate back to you. And that in a lot of ways is for you to actually listen to your body, and hence it makes the connecting to your body so important. So this comes from I would say personal experience as well as observation, that I notice a lot of people are not quite in sync, or not quite having a healthy communicative relationship with their body. I have to put that on our society, which is I have to say, which is very intolerant of any sign of kind of like weakness or pain. Okay, and hence we have all these like different ways to numb our pain, to numb the way our body is trying to speak to us. So yeah, we, many of us, I would say us all, but many of us have been trying to, like, constantly trying to shut our body up. Like one of the things that we all do is that when we are in pain, okay, we would immediately go to take painkiller, or at least a lot of people would do that. Okay, or when like our body is feeling tired, what would us human do? We would go on and drink coffee, intake caffeine, or we would drink energy drinks of any sort. Okay, or when our body is showing us, like they have emotions, when we have emotions surfacing up, what happens is that we would suppress that. We would hold back those emotions. We would bite our tongue. We won't show the emotion out on the surface because it's not professional. Okay, so yeah, as mentioned, okay, the body acts very much similar to a child. Okay, that's because a child, when they were that young, at that age group, they are not trained to suppress what their body is telling them. They're not trained to suppress what their emotion is showing them. Hence, they will show it out loudly so that they will catch your attention. Okay, but us as a human, as an adult, we tends to, or we have been conditioned to always suppress our emotion. We have trained to suppress our bodily needs. So yeah, hence why I like to compare body as a child. Okay, so yes, I have a question for you. Okay, so whether you are parents or you have just worked with children or anything, like you can imagine yourself in that shoe. Okay, so yes, the question is, if you constantly try to shut your child up every time they try to tell you, or every time they try to voice up a discomfort, how would your child act? Okay, from experience, okay, or from observation as well, yes, when we refuse to listen to a child, okay, the child would eventually become more reserved, or eventually they will become irresponsive to our other requests, or even outright rebel against our request. Okay, so once again, body is like a child, so our body is the same. Like if we refuse to listen to our body when they have all these requests, or they have all this discomfort they're trying to show us, we're constantly trying to shut them out, we're constantly trying to numb them with medication, with other outside chemicals, or even outside distraction, then of course your body is not going to tell you that much anymore. They are acting as a normal being would do. Like, you're not listening to me, I am not going to tell you anything at all after this. So yeah, like, you see why it is so important for us to actually connect with our body to improve our energy sensitivity. Is because energy sensitivity, we want to, we need our body to tell us what it's feeling. But on a normal days basis, we are not even listening to our body on anything at all. So do you see the conflict there? So yeah, the journey to improve our energy sensitivity actually would takes time, okay? And it takes a lot of patience, that you have to deal with your body. I'm not saying to quit your pain medication, I'm not saying to quit your caffeine immediately, but in the ways that you can help your body to adjust to all this discomfort without outside distraction and medication, then your body would be able to, or they would be more willing to work with you. So yes, the journey to improve energy sensitivity, I have to say, it takes a lot of time and dedication to first learn to connect with your body, to first open up the floor for your body to speak to you, for your body to communicate with you what it is feeling, what it is channeling, okay? And from there, okay, we can slowly improve our energy sensitivity and find out like which are our stronger class senses, which one that we can work with more, which one that we can slowly improve over time, okay? I also have to add is that it does not just take time and dedication, it also take a lot of patience on your end, because guess what, sometimes your body is going to make some requests that you absolutely would not like. For example, your body might, during the middle of your work, your body will just tell you that it needs a nap, or when you're not in the space to process traumatic memories, your body might bring it up. So yeah, like, your body is your body's way of telling you something, okay? And I'm not saying that we all need to obey, or we all need to fulfill our body's every request right away. We are not slave to our body, okay? It's a collaboration. I always see that like equal footing. Let your body have a say in things, and let yourself like decide and negotiate with your body like what is the best way or the best time to handle this. One of the very like exercise that I personally like is to acknowledge my body's request. Like, if my body is asking for a nap in the middle of the work, I would negotiate with my body and be like, hey, listen, I know that you are tired, but are you able to give me an extra 5 to 10 minutes to finish up what I have on hand before I get the nap? When you do that, your body, I would say miraculously, your body will respond, okay? That 5 or 10 minutes, your body be like, hey, sure, it's cool, like let's work together, okay? As long as you give me the nap that you promised me. I will have to say, like, don't trick your bodies, because I have tried, it does not work out very well for me. You can try and see how it works for you, and feel free to let me know, share below in the comments as well. But yes, if you are looking forward to improve your energy sensitivity, I would say like, yeah, like keep on trying, keep on practicing, as well as connect with your body. I think that is the fastest way that you can improve your energy sensitivity. It has worked very well for me so far. It has worked very well for many of my clients as well as my students so far. So yeah, I hope this episode is helpful to every one of you. If you have any question, any things you'd like to share, please feel free to comment down below in the comment section. And if this video is helpful to you at all, please feel free to hit like, to subscribe, hit on the bell notification button. And if you have any friends who are struggling with with building up their intuition, building up their energy sensitivity, feel free to share this video with them, and hopefully this will be helpful for them as well. So if you have anything, feel free to reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode soon. Bye.